Stop focusing. Good morning. There's a blurry business card shot for you. Hey. I was trying to not open my scope on a pile of laundry, clean laundry, but still laundry, and it didn't work. I was trying to show you my business card. Oh well. Clean laundry is better than dirty laundry, right? And it's not my laundry. Hi! My name is Michelle Wolf. I'm at CaddyshackDesigns.com. And I'm here every day before noon Eastern to talk about stuff. Hey! Aren't you out hunting? Guy in the Woods 11 is my husband. Okay. Heath, there was a buck down by the cattle feeder this morning at 10 to 5. That buck is out running around. Oh, it's raining. It's his lucky day. Look, I've got a thing growing out of the side of my head there. Okay, I have a feeling we're going to have to go quick because these toddlers are so needy. Yes, Sarah, this is your self-care day, isn't it? So today's our Course in Miracles day. And, oh, one of them's coming now. Law of Divine Compensation Day. Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Let's find something to read out of Course in Miracles. I'm just sort of killing time till the end of the year. I've pretty much stopped following the Holy Shift book at all. Allergies, ew. Uh-huh. Let's see, what should we read today? What should we read today? Here you go. Having to hand out toys already. How about this? Okay, maybe not. How about this? Home with laryngitis. Oh, everyone's sick. Oh, so Nina, you could put thieves mixed with coconut on your throat, or you can diffuse it. Actually, that'd be probably better. I bet I would hate not being able to talk too. You can put thieves in your diffuser, and you can put purification on your throat like this, like a little purification oil, and then you rub down like lightly from your back of your ear down your throat and then out like your lymph system. Purification and lemon diluted like this. And then thieves in your... Thieves will shorten it. Once you've got it, it definitely will. My sinuses are finally clearing up because I finally laid off the dang cheese. Is anyone else a cheese hound? I love cheese. I could eat cheese, and I was eating cheese every day, and so I was starting to sound like a pothead and sniffing all the time. All stuffed up and stuff. So, lesson 350 in A Course in Miracles. Yeah, I don't like sniffling all the time like that. Golden crack. Yeah, I adore it too. A little too much. Cheese, this is documented scientific, has an opiate-like, a morphine-like effect in your brain. So it's no wonder we get addicted to it, because we're like, oh yeah, take me some opium in fatty orange form. I'll take opiate cheese. Hey Heidi, you betcha. Morphine mozzarella. It's true. That is why it's hard to quit, though, because it does have those opiate-like soothing to the brain qualities. Okay. Today's is Miracles Mirror God's Eternal Love. To offer them is to remember Him, and through His memories to save the world. I didn't start my morning. Milk, deadly seduction. Really? It's not good for us. It's not good for me. Porter and you have cheese and crackers every day after school. Love it. Love cheese. Do. Feel better without dairy, but definitely love it. Okay, what we forgive becomes a part of us as we perceive ourselves. We incorporate all things within ourselves as we were created. Your memory depends on His forgiveness. Talking about ourselves. Oh, totally easier to give up gluten than cheese, because you can find cheese anywhere. You can go to any restaurant and get something with cheese and rice or something and you'll be fine. But yeah, trying to find stuff without cheese is difficult. Okay, let me start this over because I was trying to translate it. I'm going to switch. Lesson 349. Today I let Christ's vision look upon all things for me and judge them not, but give each one a miracle of love instead. That's pretty good. We could give each other a miracle of love instead of our judgment. And sometimes we need a little help to do that. If we're looking upon things with bad, say, toupees, some seriously bad hair, and kind of a duck face. Oh my gosh. So, would I liberate all things I see, and give to them the freedom that I seek? For thus do I obey the law of love. Wink. And give what I would find and make my own. It will be given me because I have chosen it as the gift I want to give. What better gift can you give to everyone you know than to let them off the hook of your expectations or judgment or seething resentment, possible grudge holding? What better gift to give than to just let all that go and let people off the hook and just let them be who they are? If they don't fit in your life or they're not part of your plan, seething resentment, I've heard of it. I've heard it can happen to have seething resentment against someone. What's that? Well, I don't know. It's something I've heard of. Like a legend, like Sasquatch or the Loch Ness Monster. Father, your gifts are mine. Each one that I accept gives me a miracle to give. And giving, as I would receive, I learn your healing miracles belong to me. I might have heard of it. It's possible a tale of seething resentment has crossed my path. Love knows our needs. That's hard to remember. It's also hard to remember that all our needs are provided for. Sounds familiar. Sounds vaguely familiar. But sometimes our wants are not because we can't see the big picture. The Divine Beloved gives us grace to meet them all. And so we trust in Him to send us miracles, to bless the world, and heal our minds as we return to Him. We're not broken, but our minds can be... I don't even want to use the word damaged. Maybe roughed up a little bit. Our minds kind of take a beating, and we do it to ourselves. And the best gift we can give ourselves is a miracle of love. The best gift we can offer ourselves on a daily basis is to stop judging ourselves and stop criticizing ourselves and stop trying to predetermine our path when we know good and well that our path is best experienced when we let love take the lead. It's just hard to do. It's a challenge. It can be a challenge to do. So today, let Christ's vision look upon all things for me and judge them not. Don't judge them, but give each one a miracle of love instead. Sometimes when you're looking on a situation or a person in a situation that's uncomfortable, let's say, oh, you were? That's like today? That's cool. Sometimes the best you can do is say, I'm willing to offer love to this situation and or this person. I'm willing to. I'm not feeling it at the moment, but I'm willing to. Oh, so hard. Yes. It's very, very hard. It's hard because we're not practiced in it. We're not raised that way, even in the best of households. We're not raised to, and even if you were raised in a good home, you'd encounter it at school and in, your peer groups and stuff. We're just children in a way that, we run around categorizing things. We run around judging things because it helps us be who we are. And then we start to outgrow that and get uncomfortable and restless. And when we get uncomfortable and restless is when we start scanning around and looking for something to ease that restlessness in our soul. Some people find it in different paths. I'm willing to offer forgiveness to this situation too. Yeah, that's what I can offer to my situation. Yeah, willingness. Sometimes when things are hard and your heart hurts and your soul's aching and bad things have happened, even the willingness to go there is love. Just being able to say, I'm pretty pissed off right now, or I'm pretty resentful right now, but I'm willing to see this differently. I'm willing to return to love. I'm willing to offer forgiveness, even though you don't feel it in the moment. Angels or forces of good or love or God or whatever you want to call it can't move on your behalf until you let go. You got to let go a little bit. And just saying I'm willing kind of cracks open your hard little grasp on things. It starts to loosen your fingers a little bit. Then love can start to move in and help you go ahead and open your hand even more. If you've been gripping an issue for a really long time, or a person, possibly around the neck, I'll never let go. I'll never let go. Even though she did let go and he sank to the bottom of the ocean, there was room for both of them on that piece of furniture. Okay. We learn to do that, to be in the world. Then we come to that day and we're like, how did I get here? Yes. You're feeling dancing coming on from the Titanic scene. It's around what, in your teenage years, roughly, when you start to get super restless and start looking and you start to feel a hunger for something that you can't identify. And without, most of us stumble into something spiritual just by dumb luck. Some people stumble into drugs looking for it. Some people stumble into bad relationships or serial relationships looking for it. Your 9-year-old is feeling it, that restlessness. Maybe it's happening younger now. It'll be interesting to see at what age the twins start. So the answer to that restlessness is looking at the world through the eyes of love and offering love. Okay, you can't cram it down people's throats. You can't say, I'm going to love you, damn it, whether you like it or not. Oh, yeah. Any day now. That's happening younger too. So there's some trust. You have to take some leap of faith kind of trust to offer a situation love and forgiveness if you're not feeling it. If you're still stuck in the anger or you're still processing grief or whatever, even in the midst of your grief and your anger, you can offer the willingness to see the world without judgment, to offer the world. Hell, I was asking that this morning. I'm just kidding. I wasn't. I did ask it all week. Poor baby. 9 years old. Is she almost 10? Why am I so emotional? She's still a baby. Our little man numbers are just dropping and dropping. Oh, they're so young. Doesn't that seem too young? So coming up on 10. Well, I was about 10. Yeah, the boys don't talk at all. I am glad that you were late. I was early. I was definitely 10. 4th grade. Wow. Maybe. I was 10. Yeah. Who knows? I lost our place in this book. Oh, she's little still. So you're not seeing any other signs. The law of divine compensation takes the stuff we just talked about and applied it to money. 11. Yeah. I think Morgan made it to 12, and I was so thrilled. So the law of divine compensation says that when you are harshly judging your money situation or harshly judging anything related to money, and we do judge money with, oh, great, Michelle, I think that's true. I definitely feel it. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I'd actually kind of be glad. Our anger beyond our anger is the capacity to forgive. Forgiveness is looking at people with the spiritual knowledge of their innocence. So looking through the mask of madness that we've talked about, looking through people's horrible behaviors. I actually do not. I actually moved the bookmark in this book. So I don't quite remember where we left off. So let me flip through here. I can't wait to get past it. Okay, spiritual growth involves giving up the stories of your past. We read that. Well, as long as we think we're separate from the rest of the universe, we compare ourselves to others and we look at the world through judgment and categorizing, which is comparison. I apologize to you guys. The recognition of God's infinite power and infinite love for us is important in relation. Oh, here we go. The worthiness thing, or the age thing, that's where we left off. Okay, we're at chapter 5. If you're following along in this book, we're at chapter 5, which relates actually to the reading that we just read, because we can't see the world through love if we're still seeing red because we're so angry. Chapter 5 is releasing anger, which is a second category of thoughts that deactivate the power of the law of divine compensation. Anger is an emotional impurity that hardens the heart and closes the mind. Yeah, totally. I can't wait. Like, I'm in the beginning stages of it. I can't wait. I'm not denying that there are many understandable reasons why we get angry. Perhaps you find yourself in debt, underemployed, or unemployed, and it's not your fault. Someone may have unfairly fired you, lied to you about a superior, stolen money. Despite trying to be responsible, you were simply swept aside by circumstances beyond your control. That can be a hard situation to not judge, because even though it's beyond your control, we still want to imagine that we have control. So then we go into judgment and stories and stuff about how we should have known this was coming, or we should have known better, or we should have planned for more, or all those other kinds of things that we could beat ourselves up with. And it's natural to feel angry. You can't, yes, I was just about to say, you can't just sweep it away. Yeah, you've got to feel it. So you had every right to be justified in 2014 when that happened to your husband. We have every right to have our anger, and we need to have that response. We need to own it. Trying to deny it and sweep it away only makes it bigger. Then it comes out in seething resentment and grudge holding. I think one of the most dangerous things we teach ourselves and others to do is to squash their anger. Oh, really? Yeah, it's got to be addressed. It's got to be addressed. So you get through the shock and then the anger and then the grieving, and it's hard to let things go. Yeah, he'll have trouble finding it. Yeah, Sarah, he can take the desire map with Tanya's husband. The tickets are on sale till, I think, the midnight on January the 19th, and I could probably extend that a day or two. Maybe January or December 20th. I just have to have time. I mail materials, and I have to have time to get those in the mail is all. It starts December 28th from 8 to 9:30 Eastern once a week on Tuesday nights. It's a virtual call-in. It's all recorded. People get a hard copy of the workbook and some essential oils and a notebook. Yeah. Yep. The link for the men's group, I should write that down, huh? Since I have some work. Let's see. Oh, good point. It's $2.95. No, sorry, it's $3.03. $3.03 and some change. Because Eventbrite adds a bunch of fees. It lasts for 5 weeks. And they get a Facebook group too. Although, yeah. I used to work with men a lot. And we tend to force men into 2 emotions. Happy, or angry and angrier. It's not true. Well, they can claim to be happy, and then claim to be angry. They just don't get a lot of the stuff in between. I'm just writing down the website here for that on a Kleenex. This may not even be readable. It's not going to be readable. Just 1 second. What do you want, cheesehead? What do you want, cheese ball? Oh no. Hold on. Sorry about the delay. Now the issue. No screaming. There's no screaming. Here. Here. Oh my goodness. You guys, it's total chaos. Total chaos. I hope you're talking to yourselves. Oh, that bless your heart sign. Morgan got that at a little store in LJ. No. I don't want to hear that part. Nope. I don't want to hear that part. Here, how about this? How about this? They don't care if I don't want to hear it. That's the men's group. It's dmformen.eventbrite.com. So there you go. But anger. The hardest part for men that I've heard in my experience is that when they start expressing emotions, their families don't know what to do with it. The women around them don't know how to handle men's tears. So we have to be careful. We have to be careful about that. Yeah, you do. So your husband doesn't really have an excuse. Is that focusing? dm4men.eventbrite.com. Yeah. So they'll say, there was this one time I was emotional with my girlfriend and she was like repulsed, turned off, rejected the guys. I've heard this story more than once. Yeah, so he really doesn't have an excuse. He knows his emotions are going to be accepted. So we have to be careful. Yeah, we have to be careful when we say we want to know how you feel. We have to be prepared for seeing them feel, because we can shut that down pretty quick. Even when we're angry, yes. Yeah, it is a good time to get body work if you can get them to go get it. Even when we're angry, love is the answer. I will. I will. It's a process. It's a teaching process. So your partner is learning how to feel, and you're learning how to handle that feeling. The feelings you have in response to them. Dan is your biggest mirror. Will he take the Desire Math workshop? It's one of those situations where you need to prepare yourself for... Okay. If men have been sitting on emotions for a long time, same as women, when they start to feel them, it can look and feel overwhelming because there's like a backlog. So it's like opening a dam and the water is rushing through, and it's pretty loud and it's pretty noisy like a volcano, and you just have to hold steady. Definitely. I would never tell your secrets. Love is still the answer always. Oh, I bet. There's lots of emotions. Centering yourself and letting their emotions roll on through them and you is a great practice for relationship building, for sure. Without love, the universe cannot program itself to compensate for whatever has been lost. I don't know if you could hear that over the 100 decibel squealing in the background. Without love, the universe cannot program itself to compensate for whatever has been taken. We've got to learn some words around here. We've got to learn asking instead of screaming. Anger. Yeah, there's some frustration back here. Which is always solved with a box of Kleenex. Yay! I don't know what I'm going to do when the Kleenex stops working. When you've had something snatched out of your hands, it will come back to you, usually in a better form. But you have to create the space for it to come back by working through your... Yes, Sarah, I can give it to you for free. First comes the voice, then the words. We all need a box of Kleenex, yes. Words, please. Sarah, I will email you a whole package of stuff. That's a free audio book. Oh, sorry. This one is, I'm sure it's available on audio. I would guess. Michelle, do you know if this is on audio? I would guess it is. Okay. I'm sure it is, Sarah. I'm sure it is. How could it not be? How could it not be? If we don't let go of our anger, it blocks the miraculous universe, empowering the idea that we were victimized. Yes. And then recreating this scenario in which we are. Okay, so when we get someone betrays us, we lose a job, get laid off, something horrible happens, and we get stuck in the anger instead of letting it process out on through, it strengthens the idea that the world is victimizing us. So it strengthens our idea that we're powerless. It shores up this perception that we don't have any control. It's on Audible, Catherine said. I love Audible. It keeps me alive on these drives in the morning. So then what happens is we're radiating victimization. We're radiating helpless powerlessness. So we get more of that. We get victimized again. We get things taken away again, and we feel more and more powerless. We've got to, at some point, forgive the whole situation, process through our anger and grief and sorrow or whatever it is, so that we can move back to that place of love, so we can remember that we are powerful. Well, all you can do is offer. And I'm really sorry for the things that you're going through. I really am. Those are painful, painful things. We forgive then out of self-interest. Okay, we don't forgive for other people. We have to forgive for ourselves first. I forgive you because I want out of my pain. To withhold love is extremely painful to us. It's our natural tendency to have love flowing through us, in and out of us all the time. When we're angry or we're hurt, we stop the flow of that, and it hurts. And it starts to build up pressure in us because our natural state of being isn't allowed. So it's like holding your breath. Holding your breath is painful. You're not good at withholding love. That can be a problem sometimes too. We should never withhold love. We can set boundaries with love. But sometimes we have to remember that when we love people, they still don't necessarily belong in our lives. And we still have to have boundaries around them sometimes. I got boundaries, bitches. I forgive you so that I can be free of what you did. I see beyond your mistake to the love in you so that I can see beyond the mistake to the love in me. Because only then can I have a miracle. Bitches. There's a YouTube video of Biznitches. So that's the character Jesse from Breaking Bad, who says bitches in the most amazing way possible over and over. There's a YouTube clip somewhere that has a collection of all the time that character said bitches in the Breaking Bad series. I've watched it like 100 times. It's so funny. I love it. We forgive out of self-interest. I forgive you because I want my natural state of love to return. It's vital to my health. It's vital to my existence. Oh, it's so funny. Just Google it. Just Google Breaking Bad, Jesse, bitches. It'll come up. I forgive you so that I can be free of what you did to me. I see beyond your mistake to the love in you so that I can see beyond the mistake to the love in me, so I can come back home. I want to get back home. And to get back home, I've got to move through this anger. Only then can I have my miracle of getting back to love, and then the outside world takes care of itself, generally. We were not created to be at the effect of lovelessness in ourselves or others. The Christ in you cannot be crucified. The Christ energy, that state of being. 6 months is pretty good, I think. I think it depends on who it is and what it is. 6 months? I don't think that's long. That sounds like a pretty decent time, depending. Moving through the anger is helpful. Forgiveness trips us up sometimes. Well, we're told that we need to forgive, but the part about processing through the anger gets left out. And the sadness. You go through the anger that you just got ripped off somehow or another, and then you have to go through the sadness that you lost something. You may have lost the person that did the ripping off part. Yeah, you got to feel that stuff first. And forgiveness then starts to naturally arise. Definitely. So I think 6 months is pretty good. Allowing, and being willing. As long as you're saying you're willing, you're going to move closer and closer to that time. Day 59. What? Obviously, he's brilliant. I think he's tapping into us, is what I think is happening. I think we're driving Kyle C's enlightenment process. The Christ in you cannot be crucified. The material self can be wronged, but the spiritual self cannot be. Feel your feelings, yes, but be self-aware to know the difference between processing and spewing. That's important too. Feeling your feelings is healthy. I should sell him an apocalypse toolkit. Yes, I should. What's wrong with me? I need to send that man an email. Feeling your feelings is healthy. Holding on to them longer than you need to becomes self-indulgent. Express your anger in a safe environment, then know when it's time to stop verbalizing your pain. At some point, we have to stop seeking supporters for our arguments. The first thing we tend to do when something awful happens is we start telling everybody under the sun, and they join in with us. Wow! There's nothing wrong with her. She's just screaming like that. Oh, maybe there is something wrong. What happened, baby? Did you take Sister's Kleenex box? Thank you. Here. There's enough Kleenex for everybody. Yes, there is. She will. We seek commiserators in the beginning. Women who share their birth stories. Oh, commiserating. Or amplifying. Oh, yeah, no kidding, right? If you weren't awake before. They tell the story they haven't healed yet. Oh, that's interesting. Nope. You can be up here, but you can't touch this stuff. It's important to know when to stop strengthening your experience and having the commiserating process has to stop at some point. And you know, no one can tell you when it's time to stop. Birth stories change over time. Yes, definitely. She's waving. To herself, I guess. Yep. I'll stop there, I think. Whoops. Oh. 43. You deserve to feel however you want to feel. Nope. Thank you. You'll know when it's time to stop. You'll know when you've expressed your anger and it's over and you're just still grinding an axe. I know, baby. I gotta put Sister down before I can get you. You've got peanut butter on your face. I can't hold you both at the same time. Oh, wait a minute. I should have put the heavy one in the chair. I don't know what you want. That's my boob. Ouch. Okay. I guess we both have to sit in the chair. Hey, okay. Are we set? Wow. You know what? I might have to start just... Ow. I might have to start scoping from the floor. Maybe I can find a way to mount it up on the wall and just start out on the floor. Say hi. Hey, wave hi. Hi. That's the TV. So anywho... That's our disjointed scope for the day. Look, babies. Look right there. What is that? Hearts. Hearts. They saw Santa yesterday. It was terrible. They screamed and cried. Yeah, I think I'll have to. I think, actually, Tanya, I think it probably would be easier for me if I just started on the floor. Then they could come and go, and I'll have to find some way to rig this tripod up. I can probably strap it to the treadmill handle or something, but They screamed and cried with Santa, and the picture was so, just made my stomach hurt. Like, they were so scared that I was like, I don't even want a copy of it. I can't stand to see them upset like that. Yeah, then they could come over and get... Murray has a little lamb. Dance party. You dancing? Don't dance yourself right off the chair. Sesame Street. Yeah, I don't blame her. Who is he? Why is he there? Why do I have to sit on his lap? This is weird. So, holiday shopping references. Kids sit. Oh yeah, that was the best. If you haven't seen the Matt Bellassai whine about it for this week, it's why holiday shopping is the worst, and it's hilarious. It's his best one ever.
No.
No. I didn't even know you could say that word. Peanut butter face. Nope. That's gross. Nope. Nope. No. Okay, I'm gonna go before one of them falls off this chair because it's up pretty high. Peanut butter face. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. She does. Here, baby. I like all of his. I really do. He makes me laugh so hard. And yesterday's was laughed so hard. If you haven't seen it, see it. Bye, you guys. I love you. I'll see you in the morning from my house where there's no Sesame Street in the background. This actually went pretty easy. It's like as long as they can see the screen, they're fine. Oh, okay. Whoops. Yeah, I see. This is going to be... Somebody's going to fall soon, so I'm going to go. Have a great day. Thank you. Yow. Yow. Bye.